Hi, I'm Chad, and today we're back in the garage because we are going to be turning some wrenches on my here 2012 Triumph Daytona 675R race bike. Now, if you watched my videos from a couple weeks ago covering my recent races at the California Road Race Association Round 2, you will have noticed that my clutch started slipping. Sure why that is. I think it might be because my lever was improperly adjusted, but being that this is a track bike, I can't just go ride it out on the street to figure out if that was the issue. So today we're going to take my clutch out, measure the friction plates, and inspect everything, make sure it's all in good shape, and hopefully we'll just be able to put it back together once I get a gasket from OC Motorcycle, my local Triumph dealer. Now the reason I'm not just waiting and taking my bike out to the racetrack the next time I can do a track data test is because one, I don't want to waste the track time if my clutch is toast, and two, I'm thinking about actually racing in the first round of CVMA this season. That's at the end of September. That's the Chuckwalla Valley Motorcycle Association. They have their own club series that they run out there. So thinking of participating in the amateur Supersport middleweight class with this beauty, of course, and I want to make sure my bike is in tip-top shape before I go out there and try to qualify and race. So we're going to pull the clutch cover off, get the clutch plates out, measure everything, just do a good inspection, make sure that everything looks good. And then if it is, once I get that gasket from OC Motorcycle, which should be arriving in the next couple days here, I will just slap everything back together and we'll be good to go. But if there are parts that need to be replaced or are showing excess signs of wear, I'm going to have to go ahead and order those. And depending on what I need, that'll impact my decision whether or not I'm going to run in CVMA. So I have the handiest tool of all right here. This is a Haynes service manual for my bike. I highly recommend picking one of these up if you ever want to do anything more than change the oil on your motorcycle. Extremely useful tool. I think this cost me like $35 and I bought it back in like 2018 or 2019 for my first 2006 Daytona 675 actually. So luckily not much changed between that bike and this bike in terms of serviceability. So this still applies, which is fantastic, but highly recommend picking one of these up. Even if you're not going to do a full engine rebuild or something on your bike, super helpful tool to have. So we're going to reference all of the information and specs in here for the clutch inspection, and hopefully everything's going to be good, and we'll just be able to slap it back together once I get that gasket, and we'll be ready to race. But with that said, let's go ahead and get started. So now that we've got all this stuff out, time to take a closer look and see how it compares to what the manual says it should be like. Alright, so after consulting the manual and comparing what we have down here to what it sounds like it's supposed to be like in there and what the pictures show, we're going to need to buy some parts. So unfortunately it's not going to be as easy as I had hoped, where it was just a matter of readjusting the lever. We need new clutch plates. And well, I'm not really sure about the friction plates because I haven't bothered to measure them. These are like $50 for a set of EVC OEM replacement ones. So I figure since I've gone through the trouble of taking the clutch out of the bike, I might as well just spend the $50 and replace these no matter what. The biggest issue that I found is with the plain plates. These are supposed to be completely silver, and most of them, this is actually the worst one, but most of them have this bluish tinge to them. That's signs of scorching and just burns, essentially. So these have been getting too hot. That's probably part of the reason the clutch isn't holding anymore. So I need to get a whole new set of these. The manual says that if any one of these shows signs of bluing, gotta replace them all. So we'll need new plain plates. In addition to that, I think I'm gonna replace the clutch springs as well, or these are the springs that go on the pressure plate. There isn't a serviceable limit or specification for how thick these should be or the kind of tension that they should have. It just says to compare them to new ones, so I'm just gonna look in, as long as the price isn't too outrageous, I'll just replace all of these since I've gone through the trouble already. The clutch housing itself seems to be in pretty good shape overall. Any burring at all is very, very thin, so not really worried about that there. I'll clean this up and put it back in. No signs of damage on the back side either. Although I did notice that a couple of the springs are loose, but I think that might just be because of the fact that the plates here, these gears are a little bit misaligned. So I'm thinking once I get those back in alignment, that might take up some of that. The inner bearing looks good and spins nice and smoothly, so not worried about that either. The judder spring looks to be in pretty good shape. Probably can't even really tell what this is, but goes back behind all the clutch plates against the clutch center, clutch hub, clutch housing, whatever you call it. And there's this little plate that it sits against. So these look like they're in good shape, so I think we'll be able to reuse them. But again, depending on the cost, I might just order replacements because why not? Pressure plate definitely shows a little bit of wear, and there's a tiny little pit in it, but overall I think this is in good shape and would be good enough to reuse if I wanted to. And finally, that brings us to the clutch center, I believe the service manual refers to it as. So this does show some signs of pitting and burring right here where the plates align. These are where the plain plates go. So it says that you can clean this up with a file to a degree. I don't know if I want to do that, so I might look into just getting a new hub. There's also a little chip right there, so I hope that's not for me using my my clutch tool. But one of the cool things about having this out, this is one of the pieces that a slipper clutch replaces. So I might go take a look and see if I can find something that's reasonably priced and go ahead and put that in the bike. Being that we're literally down to the flywheel and the clutch housing and everything, this would be the perfect opportunity to upgrade this to a slipper clutch. So it's something I've thought about. Wasn't quite ready to spend the money yet, but I guess we'll have to take a look and see what's available. Well, wasn't exactly what we were hoping for, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and get it fixed and hopefully be able to get the parts in time to have everything back together in time for CVMA. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed there and would appreciate it if you would do the same. But that's gonna do it for me in this one. So thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a gentle little click of the like button. Helps to get my videos recommended to other motorcycling enthusiasts such as yourself. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see how this plays out and like to see more of my amateur club racing journey and adventuring. If you're going to subscribe, might as well turn the notifications on so you don't miss a video, and drop a comment below. Have you ever worked on your bike to this degree? Ever done a clutch job yourself? How'd it go? Let's talk about it down there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll hope to catch you in the next one. Until then, later.